there, cycling chipmunks! Welcome to the AMP Cycling Ride Review Series. I'm Angry Chipmunk. Today, we will be taking a look at the Caldonazzo Cycleway in Italy. This is a route available on Rouvy. Let's get right into it. This is a relatively short route at only 10 kilometers long and pretty flat at only 75 meters of elevation gain. It's a great route for any rider out there, whether you're just starting out, whether you need to make up some kilometers at the end of the week, or if you're short on time. I didn't really push this ride that hard, and I still finished it in about 20 minutes. So if you're looking for something to fill that 30-minute gap, this is a great choice. It's got one hill of note in this ride, and it does come at about the 2.5 kilometer mark. It does peak at 8.5%. Now, for a newer rider, this might seem a little bit difficult and a little bit daunting, but don't worry, it's only a couple of 100 meters long. Just stick it in the granny ring and keep your legs spinning at a comfortable and maintainable pace, and you can crawl up it as slowly as you like. And don't get discouraged if it does take a while, we were all beginners at some point. These smaller hills with the steeper gradients are great practice for getting your legs accustomed to those steeper gradients, and will be invaluable to you later when you want to tackle those big mountaintop finishes. If you're an experienced rider, this hill isn't going to be any problems whatsoever. The rest of the small hills in this ride don't exceed 8%. As with many of these shorter, flatter routes, your warm-up you do should be reflective of your intended effort. Now, the cycleways in Rouvy are generally pretty flat and pretty mild, so you can get away with no warm-up, if you're going to use part of the route as your warm-up. No jumping straight to Z5 from the starting gate. I would say though, if you're going to push it hard, give it at least 5 to 10 minutes. In turn, your cooldown should reflect your effort of your ride. I'd say 5 minutes at the very least for any ride you do, but if you did push it hard, you might need to do more than that. I always like to cool down until my heart rate has reached below that 100 BPM mark at the very minimum. A really nice thing about these shorter rides is that you don't actually need to do any fueling during the ride itself. However, it's always really important to pre-fuel your ride and include plenty of protein with that so you've got some sustained energy for the duration of the ride. Follow it up with some healthy meals because we're getting up again tomorrow to do the whole thing all over again. It's also beneficial to have some magnesium supplements post-ride to help with muscle fatigue and help prevent cramps. Now, one thing I wasn't expecting was the amazing view on this ride. You're riding around the edge of the lake and there are some really beautiful mountains in the background. The sun was shining on the day that they filmed this, the lake was sparkling, and the mountains were almighty. It was majestic. There are a few spots where you do cross paths with some cars, however, they're not intrusive enough to ruin the peaceful atmosphere of this ride. The worst part was that I was not able to stow my bike at the end and jump in that lake for a quick spin. Overall, I really enjoyed this route and I would definitely recommend it for any rider out there. It's not too long, it's not too hard, and the scenery is beautiful. No matter your skill level, I think that you can find something to like about it. So let's get to the review. This route, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5, simply because there are spots where you encounter some cars, so not a perfect score. The view, however, I'm going to be giving a 6 out of 5 because it is beautiful. I love the mountains in the background. They're always there and visible. The climbs, not that difficult. Anybody can do them, so I'm going to give them a 0.5 point out of 5. And overall, I really enjoyed this route and I think it would be beneficial for anyone out there. I'm going to give it a 5 of 5. If you do end up completing this route, please let me know what you think of it. Thanks for watching, chipmunks. Ride on!